How to brief your crew when docking in the Med. Here's some tips.
In today's episode, we tackle the challenge of docking with an inexperienced crew, then set sail to discover a stunning anchorage, where an old submarine cave provides us our lunch spot and swimming session. Our adventure wraps up on the beautiful island of Vis, where we dock right in the heart of town.
Hi, I'm James from Sailing Virgins. Docking in the Med can be easy or it can be hard. There's certain ways you can do it. Half of it is what the captain does, but half of it is what your crew does. If your crew is dropping lines and not telling you and getting them caught in the prop and all sorts of things, then they can be a liability, not a help. So there's a way to brief them so that they're a help. And after all, the crew want to be help. They want to be useful, they want to be good, and it's really up to you as the captain. Be clear with what you want, and then you can get the best out of the crew and everyone's happy. And the boat comes in nice and quiet, does what it should do, and everything's good. There's 5 tips I'm going to give you today. Firstly, everyone needs a job to do, so you've got to be clear on who does what. Secondly, you're going to put your stronger crew to windward, your more capable crew to windward, and there's a reason for that I'll explain later. Thirdly, tell everyone they can't save the boat on their own. So it's a 25-ton piece of machinery. They're not going to be able to pull it off the dock on their own, especially if there's wind. Don't even try. That's how people get really hurt. And they just need to hear that really clearly. Fourth, there's fenders that you need to get right. So you need to prepare your fenders at the right height, equal distance apart. Rule number 1, always look good. And they need to actually be doing their job. And finally, lines. You've got to prepare your lines well. You've got to prepare them for a throw if you need to throw them, and just have them there ready to go. So there's none of this last minute sort of peruke, the French call it, and trying to sort of make it work. If you do these 5 things, then you'll be fine. So let's go through them one by one. So, giving everyone a job. There's plenty of things that need to be done. You've just got to be clear about who does what. Firstly, there's the 2 lines at the back of the boat, giving them to the dock and getting them back on the boat. So that securing of the boat is 2 people's job. You've also got picking up the line that the dock will give you. So slime line is a slang term for it. So picking up the slime line, walking it forward. There's actually one on each side of a cat. So, that's actually 2 people if you've got them who can do that. And then there's anyone who's spare can do roaming fenders. We'll talk about fenders later. So there's some roles that can really be done by the crew. They just need to know who does what. Secondly, getting your stronger or more capable crew and having them look after the windward side. When you're backing up a boat in a mooring, securing the windward side is really the most important part. Once you've secured your windward side and hands and fingers are out of the way, then you can drive against it and you can adjust the boat. So getting a really capable person who can usually throw the line and collect it back from the dock and then cleat it off is really important. You don't want somebody who's brand new to that to be doing it, because it's essential. We try and have ways that you don't have to rely on your crew, but getting the windward line on is just one of those jobs that you're relying on your crew for. There's really no way around that. So getting the windward line, make sure someone's not strong but capable to do that. So you can brief the crew up about just don't save the boat on their own. So a lot of people, if something's going wrong, they think that they can push the boat off or something like that. This thing weighs so much. It's like 25 tons or more. It's crazy, right? And with momentum, I might think I'm strong, but against 25 tons, I've got nothing. So really the best you can do, and I'll talk to you about fendering, but just to sort of let them know that don't worry. If something's going to hit the dock, it's just going to hit the dock. At that point, they really can't with themselves do anything about it. Just relax the fact that it's not their fault, because they're not the captain, but it's just going to happen. So we'll talk about fendering to minimize that damage, but the main thing is they don't put their body in the way. That's the main thing. Okay, so let's talk about fenders. Fenders can really save a boat, especially in a dock. So you really want to have fenders equidistant and equal height. Yeah, rule number 1, always look good. So you want those fenders really equal on each side. And you can give 1 or 2 crew roaming fender responsibility. So basically, the old Wayne Gretzky rule. If the boat is looking like hitting the dock, the best thing they can do is estimate where it's going to hit, or another boat, and just get in there and let it bounce off. Not do any of this, nothing like that. They've just got to place the fender where it's actually going to do some work, yeah? So briefing the crew on that is really good. Again, making it clear that they're not expected to do anything else but just chuck this in the middle, keep everything out of the way, get it to do the work. So finally, there's lines. Lines are really important. To prepare your lines is really important. So be a bit fastidious about it. What you want to do is prepare them for a throw. And I think we have other episodes that show you how to throw lines, but well, I can show you in the B-roll perhaps. Whoops.
In order to achieve a solid throw, make big loops and then smaller basketball-sized loops to hold with your throwing hands. These smaller loops will be what leads the line forward.
All right, so hopefully there's some tips that can help you when you have an inexperienced crew and you're doing some kind of mooring or docking procedure in the Med. So just to recap, give everyone a job, be really clear on what they should do. The most capable person should be on the windward side, especially on a windy day. Tell your crew not to try and save the boat with their bare hands or muscles. And then look after fenders, give someone a roaming fender. And finally, make sure the lines are really well prepared and good for throwing. Anyway, so here we are in this tiny little bay. I don't even know what it's called. My crew are doing the passage plant and it's absolutely amazing. So we've got a submarine cave over there that looks really good for some kind of a jump. And yeah, life is good.
Drifting on in, here she comes again. Floating over the dandelion, hiding in the wind. She comes from the deserts now, where the sun goes down. Here she comes, hiding in the wind. Hey, when she comes around.
Good.